Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be discussing 10 things that I think that you should be doing as soon as you get on the cruise. I am asked so much, should I do this? Should I do that? What if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? There are many more things than 10 things, honestly, that you should be doing when you get on the cruise ship, or maybe depending on your situation that you should be doing. But these are the things that I think are most important. Um, I know there's so much to think about that you can absolutely be overwhelmed. Do I eat? Do I rush to my room? Book a show? Um, these are the things that I think are most important when you get on the cruise ship. Locating your cabin and where it is on the cruise ship would probably be my very first thing I would say to you, because that is going to be the journey that you take most often. Will be back to your room, to a show, back to your room to eat, back to your room to shower, to go wherever else you're going to go, assuming you shower. Kidding. There's That would be my most important journey, is to try to figure out um, from where you are where everything else is. Hopefully, maybe you're looking into that even before you go on your cruise, trying to figure out where you are according to where the dining room is, where the buffet is, where the shows are, where the spa is, wherever it is that you think you're going to be, trying to figure out where that is. Um, you won't believe how much time is actually wasted, and including myself here, guys, and I consider myself an avid cruiser. When you get lost in the moment, how you just start walking, pause, and realize I'm walking in completely the wrong direction. And it's usually, at least in my case, I notice something that I'm familiar with, and I go, I shouldn't be passing it this way. I should be passing it the other way. Well, you've walked however long you've walked to now rewalk those steps to get back to your room. So that is why I say probably to help you not retrace your steps, because you're going to do it. It's so easy to do when you're on a cruise ship, because you're not really noticing which direction you're going for the most part, because a lot of times you're within the ship, so you're not actually seeing the horizon unless you are on a smaller ship. So it is very easy to not realize this is forward, this is aft, or vice versa. So to me, that is one of the first things I do, is go to my room, figure out where it is according to everything else, make sure familiar, at least visually, of what I'm doing. If you are on a cruise line that allows you to put your things in the room, set your things in the room, and go on about your business. Reporting to your muster station. That would be the thing that I do directly after locating my room. That is something you want checked off as quickly as possible. Um, Hubby's calling. Okay, back to reporting to your muster station or doing your safety drill, being the second thing that I do on the cruise ship. You can now, with most of the cruise lines, actually do your safety drill on your phone. Let me see here. I don't think that I am close enough to my next cruise to be able to show you guys. I'm actually close enough that I can show you what you need to do on your app. So here you will have your safety, your safety here, and then it takes you to what you need to do. So you need to watch this video here, and it tells you where to go. So you can watch this video actually prior to your cruise. Obviously, my cruise is towards the end of the month this month. So I have a lot more information to give you on a new line that I have not been on yet, believe it or not. And with that, you will, once you get on board, like I said, and this particular one, let's go to A2, on the back of your cruise door, it actually has where your muster station is and the best way to get there. Now, on the back of the door, it's going to have the emergency way to get there. So during an emergency, you wouldn't be able to use elevators, and it says take the stairs, but it will tell you where to go. And when you board the ship, a lot of times you already see them with their vest on, and that's who is going to be checking you in that you have watched the safety video, which they know if you watch. the video, I promise you. Sometimes you have to watch it in your room. With MSC, I think you still have to watch it um, in your room. And once you have watched it, you report to your station. And all they do is make sure you have your card with you. But you're going to go to the muster station. They scan your card. Thank you very much, and you're done. Now you have what is going to be your number one responsibility out of the way, because they will start calling your name if you have not actually reported for your muster station. So make sure you do that. Um, After that, hopefully, your room is now ready. For some of you, depending on when you board the ship, it may be too early. Usually between 1:30 to sometimes a little later, depending on where you are, what class you're on your ship. On the ship, you might be ready a little bit sooner, but usually around that time. Um, Go back to your cabin now and make sure that everything in your cabin is okay. And what I mean by that is, if your beds needed to be separated, like I cruise with my sister a lot, so the beds need to be separated. And in our case, now is when you want to make sure that you ask them to do that. Now is usually when you will be introduced to your steward. Hopefully, they introduce themselves, you introduce yourself, and let them know if you have any special needs or anything that is most important to you would now be at that time. Are your lights working? Do you have enough towels? Is the AC working? Um, those are the things that you need to check. Even the safe, I've run into an instance where um, I didn't think to check it when we went to actually put our docs and stuff in the safe. It just, you have to put your own code in. That's the code that you use during that time. It walks you through it, and it just beat and beat and beat, and it took forever for it to stop. Um, so I would say check that as well. If that's something you need to do right away, put any valuables and docs in or documents in your safe, check that as well. But this will be the time that they're floating around, just trying to introduce themselves, making sure that you don't have any special needs, making sure that nothing needs to be done, because they do work themselves silly. So calling them back, sometimes it might be, you know, not the best time to be calling them back. We'll just say it that way. So if you can, and if you're able to think about it, try to do your room inspection and make sure that nothing is needed at that time. And then, of course, depending on the cruise you're on, 1 to 2 times a day, you'll see them anyway. You can always leave them a little note. You always can actually call housekeeping if you choose from your phone and say, hey, when they come back the next time, could they do this, that, or the other? So they're pretty receptive and handling that too. But hopefully everything is good and you really don't have to worry about that. Um, you check the safe to see if you can open it and close it now. Put away all your documents. Like I said, this is the time to do that. Don't forget later. Have everything in one spot. It's so much easier than remembering, oh, wait, I still need to put this up, or oh, I forgot where I have this. Once you start getting involved in some of the things that happen on a cruise ship, you might forget some of the things from earlier. So let's try to do it now, if at all possible. Just suggestion on my part. I will say, though, this just happened on my last cruise. I've not done it before, but it apparently is possible to do. I left a lot of my cash in the safe while at work, got to the store that I was buying all my stuff at, and realized I only had kind of like tip cash on me, and the rest of it was in the safe. And I had all my stuff bagged up, sealed like it needed to be sealed. And thankfully, my brother-in-law and sister were at this same port, and I called her immediately, and I'm like, hey, I goofed up. Can you help? But I don't want you to be caught in that situation of needing something, whether it's a specific credit card, cashier's checks, whatever it is you may use, that you have left in the safe when you get off from port. So whatever note you need to leave yourself, do that so that you don't forget something that you may need while you're at port. Now, hopefully you've done what you need to on the ship, and now it's time to actually explore the ship. Learn the best route for you to go to and from whatever location it's going, you're going to be traveling to most. Find an area that you think that you want to spend your time at, or more than one. Your perfect reading spot, sun spot, shade spot, etc. If you enjoy the spa, now it's time to go see if they have any specials or something that you may or may not be interested in at the spa. They do have specials during your sailing, and you just kind of have to go and see what they have. A lot of them end up being on port days, but you know, go check it out and see. But now is the time to actually find things that you're going to be interested in on the ship. I have cruised enough now that, especially your first time that you're on a ship, I've even had people that have been on a cruise with me go back and look at the videos, watch the videos of mine, and say, well, did I miss that? Where was that on this ship? I, of course, do a tour for you guys. So I'm going to see everything on the ship. I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning out there, hopefully for, before the majority of people. So I can do that, as efficiently as possible. But if you're not doing that and you do have that one spot that you keep going to, you might miss something that you wish you would have done. So now's the time to do that. And be sure to read your daily planner, whether it is here on an app or a actual print that they keep on your bed. And if you like the print, you can ask. Some of them actually don't do it unless you ask. Some of them are app only now. But either way, that daily planner kind of gives you an idea of what is going to be going on not only for the day but during the week. So if there's certain things that maybe is only a one-time deal that you don't want to miss, be sure to be looking out for that so that you don't miss it. And don't forget to set your phone on airplane. That I have a plan that covers me and everywhere. However, um, when you're not on airplane mode, there's certain texts and things data wise that might come through that you don't necessarily want to pay for. So try to remember to put it on airplane. If you choose the Wi-Fi package, you kind of have to be on that and it will be the on the. But try to remember and make sure that you are on airplane mode so that you don't get any extra charges, while you're on a cruise, because cruising is a totally different data plan than your normal carrier's plan. With that being said, if you put yourself in airplane mode and you do have coverage at one of the ports that you're at, be sure to take it off of airplane mode so that you can actually use your phone, and then remember to put it back on airplane mode. So many things to do so that you don't get charged for that also. A lot of plans actually cover Mexico and some of the other ports. So be sure to look at your plan and see what it covers, and hopefully do what you need to not incur charges that none of us want. Now it's time to sit back, maybe grab a snack if you haven't already eaten, find something to eat, um, a drink if you so choose, and settle in. Now is your time to make the most of your trip. It's cruise time, so make the most. Travel more, find your joy. For those who are subscribed to our little community here, I thank you. We are growing, and it's because of you that we are growing. So know that I appreciate it very much. If you haven't subscribed and you do like my content, whether it's this or some of my other content, I would ask if you would think about subscribing. It means more to me and our community than you know. So thank you again for watching the video, and until the next adventure, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.